The Virginia Public Guardian and Conservator Program was created by the Virginia General Assembly in the 90s to provide public guardianship services to individuals who are incapacitated, indigent, and who have nobody else to serve in the role of legal decision maker. It's operated through DARS, the Virginia Department of Aging and Rehabilitative Services.
Guardians are unlike any other job. It's not social work, it's not exactly law, it's not medicine, but it has vestiges of every single bit of that.
DARS contracts with 13 entities across the Commonwealth to actually provide the guardianship services, and they become the guardians. DARS has funding for 1,049 slots. The individuals we serve have nobody else to make legal decisions for them.
The impact of having a guardian in your life is it affords a person to express their needs, it affords them to express their wants, and it provides an avenue in order to get those things that they need and they want and to improve their quality of life.
When people don't have guardians and need them, they are homeless. Some of them commit crimes. Sometimes they are abused. And public guardianship, while it cannot change behaviors, it can help address some of those problems.
We've had people not have access to medical care that they needed until they had a legal guardian appointed. So it is life-saving.
In Virginia, there are over 10,000 people under guardianship. Only 1,000 of them have a public guardian. The remainder of the guardians are private guardians, and they're typically family members or private attorneys who've agreed to do the work.
I see the public guardians being very much involved, where I've worked with some of the professional or private guardians where I might see them once a year.
So while all guardians, both private and public, are subject to the court order, which describes their powers, public guardians have additional duties, and they are the only group of guardians in Virginia who are regulated.
The great things about Virginia's program that is unlike almost any others are the very features that got into the law, That was the ratio, 1:20.
How do we accomplish person-centered planning? DARS does that by having a low client-to-staff ratio for public guardians and requiring the once-a-month visit with each client.
And then we do the annual reviews. We sit down with the representative and make sure that everything is being done appropriately. And we help resolve issues that come up, look down the road, and help the program to run more smoothly.
So they really have to have an assessment. They really have to review it. They really have to have a values history. No state has anything like that.
When we act as a guardian for an incapacitated adult, we visit them, we make sure that their medical care is taken care of, make sure their benefits are in place, we get them to the best possible living situation that they can afford, make sure that they have clothing and food, and that they feel that they have a person in their life they can count on.
I believe that a guardian needs to be empathetic and patient.
Have very strong communication skills.
Kindness, compassion.
Knowledge of the system, the legal system, the financial system, social service system, medical system.
To see, are their clothes fresh? Do they need some new shoes?
Come and see you when you don't want to take your medication.
Setting up services, outside resources.
Being ready to answer the phone any time of the day or night.
And the willingness to listen to others.
To dig deeper, not just do what's necessary to make decisions for people.
You will need tough skin.
You have to be ready to go into battle.
We work with so many other agencies.
We deal with transportation companies.
All of the Medicaid managed care organizations.
Attorneys.
The Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services.
Job coaches.
Dentists.
Group homes.
Banks.
Vital records.
Social Security.
The doctors, the psychiatrists, the psychologists.
And of course, nursing homes.
It's a multitude of things that a guardian does. And we try to put them in one box, but it's not that simple.
The public guardianship program requires that our guardians use person-centered planning, also that they visit clients at least once a month, and that is the minimum. So what they become is the constant.
Having somebody who has that patient's interest at heart, who has the authority under the law to consent to what they need for their treatment, is a really important part for us.
Guardians and conservators are legal decision makers. All guardians and conservators have a fiduciary duty to act in the best interest of the incapacitated person.
We are working for them, but we are going to be a consistent face throughout their lives. It's easy to make this feel familial.
So having that person-centered planning is really helping the person come up with a plan that's going to address all the things that are important to them, as well as the things that are important for them.
And they think through what that actually means. So it's not what the guardian thinks would be good, it's what the client thinks would be good.
I have witnessed clients engage in care plan meetings. They have mentioned wanting to get jobs, wanting to volunteer, wanting to be more active.
Our misconception is that guardianship is for the rest of a person's life. While that is typical, because most of the things that lead somebody to be incapacitated are irreversible, it's not always true. And in that case, we can bring the matter back to court and ask a judge to restore the individual to capacity.
I basically met my first guardian in the hospital. Yeah, we hit it right off. She would always give me a lot of encouragement and stuff, and we're just like family.
They want people to do well, but then they think through what that actually means. So it's not what the guardian thinks would be good, it's what the client thinks would be good.
She always said your goal is to get out of the hospital, right? And I said, yeah. And your goal is to be on your own, yeah. And I've succeeded in all of that.
We're not able to be their voice unless we truly understand them and we can stand in their shoes.
But I have my own apartment. I've been in my own apartment for 4 years, and I pay all my own bills.
What DARS measures are the superficial metrics governing the program, which, while they are important, are not the heart of the program. The heart of the program is the relationship that our guardians develop with their clients.
One of the ways I think public guardians really add to the life of the individual is they develop a real relationship and knowledge of that person.
You have to care deeply. I mean, that if you don't, then it is very hard to stay motivated.
I felt like I've been sleeping all my life until I got this job.
Individuals at the hospital at 11 o'clock at night, that guardian came out, to help make decisions on the spot.
Individuals are really happy to see their guardians and show off things like their Special Olympic ribbons and, awards that they may have received when they were at work.
I've been seeing this client for 4 years. And then I walked into the group home where she lived, and she grabbed my hand and she put it to her heart. And the day that she did that, you could have just knocked me over with a feather.
She really cared about me as a human being, I think if I hadn't had them, I don't think I would have made it to where I am today.